Hi, it's James William Ward here from the Stoic Softie. Today I'm going to be giving you some more ideas on how to cope with anxiety. I'm going to give you my 3 tips to help you feel calm going into any situation. So tip number 1 is to prepare in advance. What I mean by this is to make as many decisions before the event that you can. So for example, this could mean deciding exactly what you're going to wear the evening before you have to set off. Make all the decisions you're going to make. Decide what you're going to wear, lay it out, get it ready. It just means there's another decision that you don't have to make in the morning. And also, plan your route. Decide what time you're going to leave the evening before. If you're going somewhere you've never been to before, decide what time you're going to leave and stick to that time. Rather than thinking about the time that you need to arrive at the venue or arrive at work or wherever it is, decide on the time that you need to leave and then focus on that time. Also, in terms of preparing, I mentioned this a little bit in one of my previous videos, decide how you want to feel going into that situation. So decide how you want it to go and what the ideal outcome would be for you. So prepare in advance, decide what you're going to wear, lay that out in advance, do everything you can the evening before so you have less decisions to make on the morning of that particular event. So tip number 2 is to journal. So if you feel anxious about something and it's wearing on your mind quite a lot, get some paper out and do some writing on it. Ask yourself the question, what do I feel anxious about? When you know what you feel anxious about, you can start to work to improve it. So spend some time, just ask yourself the question. You can write the question out, what do I feel anxious about? And then list all the things that are causing you to be anxious. Once you've written out that list, you can look at those reasons. Now, you might notice straight away that some of those things are completely unfounded. You have no reason to even feel that way. Look at those reasons why you feel anxious, then ask yourself another question. Are there any ways that these ideas, these thoughts are unfounded or completely unrealistic? You know, find flaws in the reasons why you feel anxious or worried, because there could be some things down there that you've written down that actually you don't need to feel worried about. And as soon as you write down, you might realize how ridiculous it sounds to feel concerned about that, and you feel calmer instantly because you realize your concern isn't really founded on anything. Once you've got those reasons as well, and you ask yourself the question, are any of these things legitimate? You know, what things here are unfounded, what things don't I really need to worry about? Then look at the things that you can change. So you can ask yourself the question, is there any actions I can take to reduce the chances of these things happening? Then you can look at any actions you can actually take. So you might realize you're worried about something which you can change. And then once you know what that is, you can outline what you can do to improve that situation, because you might feel anxious about something which you can legitimately do something about. And then when you know what that is, you can decide what you're going to do to improve the situation. And as soon as you start taking action, you're going to start feeling better because you're taking control, because you're doing something to improve your situation, and that automatically makes you feel way calmer. So tip number 3 is to speak to the people involved. If you feel anxious going into a situation, often it's to do with the interpersonal relationships with the people that you're going to be working with. If you are able to communicate with those people you're going to be working alongside or the people you're going to be meeting, and you have a conversation in advance of whatever that meeting is or whatever that situation is, you're going to feel calmer. Particularly like if there's going to be other people alongside you. After you have a conversation with you and you build up some sort of relationship with the people that are going to be with you in that situation, you're going to feel calmer because, you know, on a primal level, we're going to feel as though we have the backing of someone else. We've got someone else there who's going to back us up in that situation. Also, hand in hand with this, we often feel anxious about going into a situation because, you know, we don't have enough information. And the fact that we're missing information is making us feel concerned because there's some sort of uncertainty there. There's something that we haven't clarified for ourselves. This should come out in the journaling process. And if you do identify that you're missing information about the way something's going to happen and that's making you feel anxious, make sure you talk to the people. Just call them up or send them an email and ask them for the information that you need. Speaking to people is going to make you feel calmer going into any situation. So tip number 3 is to speak to the people involved. Alright, I hope you found these 3 tips useful. Leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about these. Do click like and click subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos in the future. So until next time, keep living life and love learning. Bye bye.